y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am so excited because it's Sunday. That means we are judging new makeup releases. There are so many things that have been shown, sneak peeked, stuff that's launched, and I cannot wait to judge it with y'all. We are going to look at all these new things and we're going to say, are they cute? Are they ugly? Do we want them? Do we not want them? I'm going to have the Instagram accounts that I pull from listed down below so you can check those out. I can't wait to hear what y'all think of these releases because there's some that I'm like, no. And then there's some that I'm like, yes, give me. So I can't wait to hear what y'all think. Please comment as we go along. Let me know what you're most excited about. Let me know just what you think. But I do ask that you keep in mind, we are here to judge the makeup. We are never going to judge each other. So if I am talking about a new release, I am roasting it, I hate it, but you love it, then guess what? I love it for you. There is plenty of makeup options for us all to find something that we like. And at the end of the day, we cannot buy everything. We only got one face. For me, I only have so much money. So we are going to say, do we want these things? Do we not want these things? Are we going to buy them? Are they cute, but we're not going to buy them? Or should these things never have been created? I love doing these videos and I can't wait. Now, if you are new here, I do want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. I'm excited. So yeah. We got a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. Okay, one more thing. Now I know I upload lots of videos, okay? Last week I had 8 videos. So if you missed out on those, definitely check them out. I have lots of videos coming. Subscribe so you don't miss out on those videos. But I did want to let you know what is on my face today. It is the Sigma Alice in Wonderland collection that is launching this week. I will put all the details in the description box, but I did film this eye look. I'm going to have multiple looks coming for y'all. 2 looks. I already did a video with the full collection, but I wanted to show y'all 2 more looks before launch. So yeah, that is what is on my face. That is what is on my eyes. It's this whole collection. I'll link it down below. I'll put the launch date, all of that. Okay, now for real, I'm going to slide my chair to the side and we're going to start judging. All right, let's talk about these new releases. There's some really exciting stuff coming. Lots of collabs with creators, collabs with brands. So we'll just kind of jump into this Hourglass sneak peek that I saw. Thank y'all so much for those of you who tagged me in new releases on Instagram. It helps me so much knowing what y'all want to see, things like that. So I really appreciate it. And I actually got quite a few tags on this. This is a sneak peek from Hourglass, their holiday 2022 collection. These are ambient lighting edit unlocked. 3 palettes. It just says coming soon. Now I will put a link to this down in the description box because on the Hourglass site there is a spot where you can put your email address and you can say like notify me when this is available. So I definitely did that and I can keep y'all updated on this collection if you like. I love sharing new releases and things on the community tab. Of course, you know, that's never telling y'all to buy things, but I just like to share when I see things launch or discounts and stuff like that. So I'm excited about these palettes. Now every year at holiday, Hourglass does some type of ambient lighting style of palette. Sometimes they have finishing powders, sometimes bronzers, sometimes blushes, sometimes different things. But looking at these look so beautiful. I honestly want all 3, but I will probably reel it in. Right now, I'm kind of, okay, so just looking at this, let's talk about them individually. And 2, I saw somewhere that some of the profits from this would go to like some type of animal charity. I'm not 100% sure yet though, so I can't say for certain, but if I'm looking at these, okay, first up, the one with the butterfly packaging looks really, really beautiful, but I think I would probably get the least amount of use out of that one. It looks like we have some really light powders in there with 2 blushes, so that's probably one I could pass on. The other 2 are what I'm really trying to decide between. So we have the elephant one that looks like there's a bronzer, 2 blushes, and 3 face powders. But the one that I will probably end up buying is the tiger print one. First of all, I love that print. I think that's so beautiful, but it looks like we have some shades in that palette that will work best for me as blushes, things like that. So that's the one I'm leaning towards that I will probably buy. Again, I'll put the sign up link in the description box. If I find more information, anything like that, I will definitely share with y'all. But I want to see the shade names because I do have Hourglass. It's one of their face palettes, but it's 3 deeper shades that I love to use as bronzer. And I have their metallic strobe highlighter palette. I love that. It doesn't look like any of those shades are in these palettes, but once they release like shade names, they tell us what's new, like which shades are new, which shades are in their permanent line that are coming to this collection. I'll be able to make more of a decision, but let me know. I was really excited to see this fun packaging from Hourglass because we normally don't see this like whimsical type of packaging. They normally have like, you know, just a more minimalistic but still luxury vibe. So this definitely piqued my interest and I would love to know what you think. Okay, let's move over and talk about a couple of like influencer content creator collabs. First up, we have Betty Jean collabing round 2 with Shroud Cosmetics. I bought her It's Freaking Bats palette that launched last year. And so I saw that she revealed the Halloween palette. I think that is so cute. So this palette, we have the same layout, the same format as the It's Freaking Bats palette. But this is launching 9/6 at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It says she does have a affiliate code. Betty Bean will save you 10%. The palette will be $42. And they're also going to restock the It's Freaking Bats palette. And I really liked that. That's the only palette I have from Shroud. But I'm setting my alarm. I'm definitely picking up this palette. Not only do I love Betty Jean's videos. I mean, she looks so beautiful. She seems so sweet and kind in her videos. But she's also extremely talented with makeup. Like I said, I really like her first palette that she did with Shroud. So for me, this is a no-brainer. Like, I'm definitely going to buy this. When she says, like, I'm collabing, I'm like, okay, sign me up. But, of course, the product looks beautiful, too. I gotta have this. I mean, these shades look so pretty, and I love the colorful, whimsical, but still Halloween vibes that this palette has. I don't know, there's something about it that's just very whimsical to me. That bright matte green, and then we have like this white and this orange, and we have these purple tones that I think are really pretty, that just, to me, it's very like fun Halloween, you know? And then we have these more grungy colors, like that shade Crypt, and then we have a shade Wicked, Losers Clubs, that I feel like I'm going to be able to create a variety of looks with this. So huge congratulations to both Shroud and Betty Bean. Like I said, I'm going to have my alarm set. I'm going to buy this palette. I think it looks so fun. Okay, another collab that I want to talk about, one of my favorite indie brands, Unearthly Cosmetics, is collabing with Chippo Gray on Instagram. So this palette looks so pretty. So huge congratulations to them both. But this palette has already launched and I think it's beautiful. So $40, this palette, we have mostly mattes. So there's 8 mattes here, and then we have 4 shimmers down at the bottom. I really like the primary colors of this palette. We have a red, orange, yellow, green, and then we have kind of like a true blue, a light blue, a deep dark purple, and this like fuchsia pink shade that I think is really pretty. The shimmers look really, really beautiful as well. The names, like, they're all very personalized. So I don't want to mispronounce the name of the palette, but it does say that it means a mother's love. And I think that's just so fun. This is really a beautiful color story. I think this is so beautiful. I do have a code with Unearthly. I'm not sure if it will work. A lot of times with collaboration palettes, influencer collabs, discount codes don't work, but my code is Heather. Unearthly normally sends me all of their new releases, so when I get this, I can definitely use this in a video. I would love to know, do you want to see me play with like the yellow? Do you want to see me play with the pink? Is there a certain color that you're looking at this palette like, oh, I love that? Definitely let me know. I think this is really pretty. I like the outer packaging being green. I mean, green is my favorite color. So looking at this, I'm just like, that is really beautiful. And I think $40 is a really, really good price point. So again, congratulations to Chipper Gray and to Unearthly on a beautiful palette. Okay, I've been pretty positive. I wanted to start off this video on a positive note before I just started talking about all the no's. So let's kind of mix it up. Let's just kind of mix it up. I'm going to hop around. I've got all these photos saved. I've been preparing for this video, and we're just going to kind of go in random order, but okay, here, look, this is Essence and Catrice, that are sister brands, teaming up for Villains collection. Okay, before we talk about this photo, who here has been at my channel long enough to remember the first time Essence and Catrice teamed up on Villains collection? Because I bought those palettes and they were the worst eyeshadows I have ever used in my life. No lie. The makeup I had when I was a child performed better than those palettes. And I was so upset. I ordered the Ursula one. I ordered the Maleficent one. Those videos are up on my channel. They were horrible. They wore off my eyes so quick. I could not build pigment up. That was one of those makeup looks where I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever used in my life. So this was like a nightmare when I saw this. I'm like, why? The quality was so terrible. The villain theme, very cute, very cute. They had cute color stories, but the quality was terrible. Like, that was my worst product I tried in the year 2021. So to see this, I'm like, absolutely not. Like, no, you couldn't pay me to use these. You cannot pay me to use these. This, okay, let's just look, because the color stories look so pretty. I think especially the palette in the middle, that's the more green color story, that looks so cute. And I know this is going to be a low price point. I think the palettes that I bought last year were like $15, $14, but no, like, you couldn't give me $15 for me to use the palette. The purple color story looks cute. The larger color stories look cute. I love a villain theme. I love a villain theme, but I just cannot, like, like, really, that was a traumatic experience. No, I'm being dramatic. It was not a traumatic experience, but it was a lesson learned not to buy the Catrice Essence Disney collabs. I don't know if you tried them. I don't know if you liked them, but I hated them. So there's a few other things from Essence that I do want to talk about, though, on a more positive note. They released this fall collection, and this is like a pumpkin collection. This is available, it says, in select markets now. I'm assuming that means probably in Europe. I believe Essence and Catrice are German brands. I may be wrong on that. I know they are a European brand, and their launches usually come to Europe. Sometimes they come to us, not all the time, but I have actively searched for this collection a couple of times this week, actually, because I really like this color story. This color story to me is very like warm neutral, but it's very interesting to me because we do have some deep rich tones. We have some very light shades. I like the fact that it's a 9-pan. I think that's really pretty. I'm not really interested in the nail polishes because I always get my nails done at a salon. I'm not really interested in the lip mask, but that lipstick looks cute too. So if this comes to where I can buy this in the US, I do plan to buy it and try it out. I think it looks really cute, but yeah, right now I can't get my hands on it. And last but not least, there is an Essence Cosmetics palette, the MYRICKS eyeshadow palette. So lots of things from Essence and Catrice. This has launched in Europe. It says maybe it's coming everywhere else. I'm not sure. I have watched reviews of people using these kind of travel themed palettes that Essence has been doing in this 12-pan format, and the reviews have not been good. Now, the promo photos look really, really beautiful. If I'm just looking at this color story, it's probably not for me, but I can see where a lot of people would really like this. For me, it's a pass, which is fine because it's not like I can buy it anyways. Now let's talk about a Disney collab that I am very interested in. This is just like one photo we have from BESAME Cosmetics. I tried to look on the BESAME site and all I could see was coming soon, but this is the Disney Villains collection, just in time for Halloween. It has lipsticks, eyeshadow palette, nail polishes, an Ursula necklace, and a Maleficent ring. So it looks like there's things inside of these. So let's kind of break this down product by product. So first off, we've got 3 nail polishes, and I will say, as beautiful as the bottles look, I'm not gonna buy those because I just don't use them. I have a small collection of nail polishes, maybe like 10 different shades that I use to paint my toes. I don't really need any more shades. Now, if we look at the bottom, it looks like there's 3 lipsticks. Maybe 1 Snow White. It looks like 1 maybe Maleficent. I can't hardly tell in this photo. I'm trying to zoom in, but there's only so much I can see. The palette looks really pretty. I think I would really, really enjoy that color story. There's like a dark purple, a mid-tone purple, a yellow, gold shade, an orange, a few kind of neutrally brown shades, and some more purples, turquoises, and greens. I'm very curious about that. I will say I've never tried anything from BESAME Cosmetics, so if you have tried the brand, I would really appreciate if you tell me down in the comments like the products you've tried. Maybe give me a quick little review, because I know Essence is kind of a pricey brand. They're usually like even a little more pricey than high-end, like more pricey than Tarte, Urban Decay. They're kind of creeping up into that Hourglass type of price point. So I would love to hear what you think. That ring looks like maybe it opens up. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a lip gloss or something in there. That Ursula seashell thing looks like it opens up to be a powder. I'm not sure. And then we have something with a bottle from the Emperor's New Groove. I'm not sure what that is, if that's a loose pigment or what. I really have no idea, but I am very interested in this collection. I could see myself buying this, but again, if you've tried BESAME, please let me know what you think about it in the comments. Okay, let's talk about another Disney collab that I don't know much about, but we just have little sneak peeks. And this is Disney and One Size. So it took me a while to try One Size. I didn't try them when the brand first launched, but I've now like fallen in love with their pressed powder, their concealer, their mascara. Like, I've really liked some of their products. Their bronzer and blush trios I think are really nice too. So this says launching September 6th. So that's very soon on the One Size site and Sephora. So I couldn't find anything from Sephora when I was getting ready to film, but I will link the site down below because who knows when it will pop up. But this image is all we have so far. I'm just super excited to see what it is, and I'm definitely curious. Like, if I zoom in on this photo, it looks like maybe we're gonna have some face shades and some eye shades mixed. It looks like Patrick Star is maybe holding up a lip product. So I'm curious. If it's a color story that I'm interested in, I will probably buy it, because I've never tried one sizes eyeshadow products. So I'm intrigued. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's a brand that seems to have a lot of products that I enjoy, so I'm curious. Okay, let's hit on a couple of things from the drugstore. First up, NYX released these new SFX paints. Now, earlier this year, back in June, I think, NYX released eye paints for Pride Month, and they had all these really pretty shades, but they were bright colors. I bought all of them. I've reviewed them on my channel. I really like using them underneath powder shadows. I think they work beautifully as eye bases. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have some of these bases. Right now, they're only available on the NYX site. I'm wondering if they're going to pop up at Ulta, but if you missed my video that I posted, well, I posted 3 videos on Friday. One of them being the NYX and Winx Netflix collection. So I was on the NYX site ordering that, and I decided to purchase a few of these SFX paints when I was on the site. I ordered the black one, the green one, and the red one, but I think I'm going to order the rest of them too. Let me know if you want me to use those in a look as an eye base to see if they're the same formula as the NYX paints. I really want to test them before I go on and order more, but I'm excited. I hope this is the same formula. It says these are face and body paints, so I plan to use them on my eyes, but I don't know if they're classified as eye safe. But it does say they're smooth, creamy, smudge resistant, highly saturated. Okay, it does say use on eye, face, and body. So I'm definitely going to try these. There's also a star stamp, and yeah, I ordered these, so I will definitely test them. And then also from NYX, we have some of their holiday releases. Now, when I was on the NYX site, I did see that Milky Gloss Trio, and I bought that. I thought that was a great deal. It was $19 for the 3 of those. I also saw the Not So Nice palette up in the corner. I wasn't interested in that one. I decided to pass, but I did not see the Up to Snow Good palette. And if I had, I would have bought that. And I'm kind of considering buying it and testing it out. Let me know if you would like me to review one of the palettes, both of the palettes. They're $10 each, which if that's the Great NYX formula, that could be a really good deal. There's also lots of holiday sets available. I'm not going to go through all the sets because, you know, it's a lot of shades that they already had just bundled together, but I think there's some really good deals. So if you were wanting some bundles, definitely check out the site. But yeah, I'm kind of curious about those 2 mini palettes. I just kind of glazed over the Not So Nice one when I was buying the Winx stuff, but maybe I should go back and give it a second look. Okay, let's talk about something else from the drugstore that I bought, and that is these Milani Conceal and Perfect products. So I'm very intrigued by these. I actually already put up a TikTok with the contour and under eye brightener. You can check that out if you're curious. If you don't have TikTok, if you don't have Instagram, it's totally fine. None of my YouTube content changes. And I can use these in a get ready with me or something like that if you're curious about them. But we have 3 different products. There's a liquid contour, liquid highlighter, and an under eye brightener. So for the brightener, for the under eye, I got the shade Melon. And I will say, I think this is a really cool idea from Milani. I've seen some people saying these could be dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury. My thought is they're not dupes, but if you want a similar vibe, this could maybe be good for you. They're only $10.99 each, and of course if you buy them at Ulta, you can use a coupon, but I'm excited to play with these more. I think Milani, you know, they're on to something with this. I think under eye brighteners can be really nice, of course on their own, but also under concealer, things like that. So I'll link these down below. I saw these online at Ulta. My local stores did not have them in stock. So I just ordered them online, and yeah, I've had fun playing with them. Okay, I'll just briefly touch on the new Tarte Maneater After Dark palette. I did put up a video on my channel last week swatching this, showing an eye look, kind of giving my first impression thoughts. And I feel kind of the same about it. I've played it with it a few more times. I put up a second look on TikTok. Of course, the full video is here on YouTube if you want to see. But this palette is available at Ulta, and I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit, just my thoughts. This is something different for Tarte, and that's why I bought it, because I'm like, okay, Tarte is normally a very light, very mid-tone with maybe like one dark shade thrown in. So I was excited to see Tarte doing something a little different. The packaging is very nice. Definitely watch my video if you hadn't, but it's very sleek. I will say, I think this palette is really good. It doesn't compare like to my favorite indie brands. I will say I'm not going to reach for this palette over my, you know, Lunar Beauty neutral palette, over my Glaminatrix neutral palette, over my Glam Light neutral palette. I prefer indie shadows. I love supporting independently owned brands. I love the saturation, the pigment, the different formulas you get. But I think this palette is really good for Tarte, and I think it's really good if you want to just order from mainstream brands. If you want to shop at Sephora and Ulta and you want to get a nice neutral palette, I think this one is really pretty. The colorful shades, the yellow, the green, the berry, you know, there's not a ton of color in here, but the ones that are a little less pigmented than I would love. But I do still think it's a really pretty palette, and you can get really, really pretty looks with it. So I was excited to see Tarte doing something different for them. I hope we continue to see Tarte kind of step outside their comfort zone and do some fun stuff. But I would love to know if you bought this palette or if it's on your wish list. All right, so many releases. So many releases, y'all. It is insane. Okay. I'm like, what should we talk about next? But there's literally so many things to talk about. So we'll go through a couple of things really quick. Things that I don't have a lot to say about. I'm just going to share my thoughts. First up, we have new Pat McGrath Liquid Lust Legendary Wear Metallic Lipsticks. This says it's a comfortable metallic finish formula with the ultra velvety veil of intense saturated color in 2 shades. Now, it says that these are available now in the Middle East, but they're coming soon everywhere else. This is a pass for me. I really like a lot of the Pat McGrath lip products that I've tried, but I don't love metallic lip products. I have a few and I never reach for them. I think it can be fun, but it's just not my personal preference. So these are an easy no for me. Next, we have these REM Beauty products. So I actually saw these in my local Ulta. This is a brow pencil, a brow gel, and 3-in-1 multitasking magic sticks. Used as a brow bone highlight to define and contour the brow line, or as an all-over shadow. Now, I swatched these in store at Ulta because they had a little display set up, and I wasn't overly impressed with the brow product as well. I kind of swatched and I was like, oh, this just doesn't seem like something I need. But I would love to know if you tried it. If you love REM Beauty, definitely let me know. We also have new liners from Tower 28. I'm always excited to see brands grow and expand and try new things. These are the 3 Ways 1 liner, $15 each, creamy, matte, high pigment, multi-use liner. It says use it for lips, eyes, and face. So there's a rosy nude, a chocolate brown, and a pinky taupe. I could maybe try these in the future. I don't think any of these shades are just shades that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. But again, I'm happy to see the brand grow and expand. I have not talked about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Last week, Judging New Makeup was filmed with one of my besties, Angie. So we really had a limited time. It was between the time that we came home, we had to go out to dinner, we were filming quick. We were only kind of talking about the high points. So we didn't get to talk about the 21 Days of Beauty. So I thought maybe we could just touch on this week's deals, and next week we can touch on the next week's. But looking at this, I put up this graphic for y'all to see. I probably won't buy anything Sunday. I may look at the NARS lip products, but I don't think there's anything I need. And I think that's one of the hardest things with these sales, right? Is it's like something you maybe didn't even want, would have never considered buying, but suddenly it's half off and you're like, hey, wait a minute, maybe I should try it. So Monday, it looks like there's going to be beauty blenders on sale. That I would probably pick up a backup if they're going to have like $10 beauty blenders. Tuesday, I'm not interested in any of that. I will say the Urban Decay Primer Potion, I absolutely hate. Wednesday, September 7th, the Thorn Oil from Ritual Defy is going to be on sale. I really enjoy that. Even with my oily skin, I enjoy it. And I think, I know I have a video and a full review of that here on my channel, but I think when we move into winter, I'm going to like that product even more than I do now in the summer. On September 8th, it looks like there's going to be nothing that I need. On Friday, September 9th, Jaclyn highlighters. Not going to buy anything. It says there's going to be a surprise deal, so I'll keep my eyes open for that. And then on Saturday, September 10th, we have some IT products on sale. So far, nothing I really need. Okay, we talked last week about the sneak peek from Blend Bunny. Now, of course, we have the full reveal and launch of the Noctilucent Palette. I have swatched this on a video here on my channel. I've used this on the cheeks. I've also done some TikTok and Instagram content with this. I really love it. I'm so into colorful highlighters right now. I think this is so fun. I'm so glad to see colorful highlighters kind of coming back on trend because I think they're so fun and beautiful. These do have a transparent base, which I think is really smart because you're going to work for everyone when you have that transparent base. So Blend Bunny says the top priority in creating this palette was finding a formula that was extremely shimmery with zero white cast. Blend Bunny says they wanted highlighters that would be suitable for all skin tones. So I really like that. They're very beautiful. I do have an affiliate code with Blend Bunny. If you want, you can use code Heather to save. Thank you to everybody who uses my codes, shops my links, watches my videos, likes my videos, leaves a comment. It honestly helps me out so much. I really appreciate y'all being so kind and supportive. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I really like that. Let me know if you purchased it. I'm just super into colorful highlighters right now. And we also have a sneak peek from Sugar Drizzle with their colorful highlighter palette launching. So this says it's just a sneak peek from Sugar Drizzle. Said it's coming for the holidays. And this image is all we have. I haven't seen swatches, anything like that. It says, on top of the mountain and beneath the stars, Sugar Drizzle. So Sugar Drizzle does send me some of their products. If they don't send me this, I plan to buy it because I really like the brand and I really like the look of this. But also this week, Sugar Drizzle launched these. These are multi-chrome liquid eyeliners. They are available now. Again, I do have a code with Sugar Drizzle. It's Heather if you want to save. But the photos of these look really beautiful. And these shades were named by Millie, who is Bad to the Brow. The looks she did, the liner looks look absolutely amazing. She's very talented. I don't think these were a collaboration a collaboration product. I think Millie just named them. I could be wrong, but that's what it says. The lovely Millie helped name these shades. So I think that's really fun. These liners look really pretty. I'm into multi-chrome liners right now. I have the ones from Unearthly. Again, I've put these in a video. I'm currently reviewing the new ones from KALEIDOS. We'll talk about in a minute. I'm wearing tourmaline in my waterline today, but these look really, really beautiful. The shades look so gorgeous. I can't pick a favorite. Okay, so let's just jump to KALEIDOS. I also uploaded a video, 2 looks, full-on swatches of this collection. I uploaded that on Friday. Definitely check it out if you're curious, but this is the Night of Creation collection. We won't spend too much time talking about it because, again, I made a full video on it, but it's absolutely beautiful. We have 2 quads. Now, I feel like I've seen mixed feedback from this. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm ready to see KALEIDOS do their big colorful palettes again. And I know earlier this year they came out with quads for the first time, and it was 2 neutral quads. So I was really glad to see they gave us a very colorful quad. You know, one of these quads is full-on purple, very blue leaning purple shades. And then they gave us a colorful but neutral quad too. So I think that kind of satisfies the color lover and the neutral lover. So we have kind of more toned down, really cool tone, but taupey purples, both in the beautiful KALEIDOS formula that we know and love. And we have multi-chrome liners. I will say, so far I've worn these only 9 hours. And I wore the multi-chrome liner in my waterline for 9 hours, and it was still just as beautiful as when I first applied it, when I took my makeup off 9 hours later. So I definitely wanted to update y'all on that, but this will be available September 14th at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I will say, I like when brands do new things, try new things, because there are certain brands, you know, that have really amazing products, but I know a lot of people will never test them because they don't make products that are their preference, you know? So if you have a brand that only ever does super colorful things, rainbow palettes, big palettes, things like that, you're not going to get people who like small neutral palettes to try it. So I love seeing brands expand, and I do also realize that not every release from every brand is going to be for everybody, but I'm happy to see, especially indie brands. Again, indie brand doesn't mean small brand, it just means independently owned brands. So I really like when I see them trying new things, doing new things, testing, you know, to see, like, I don't know, I think it's fun. Just like we talked about with Tarte earlier, you know, I liked that Tarte, which is a big mainstream brand, it's kind of giving us some deeper shades, maybe putting a few colors in their palette. And, you know, that might not appeal to their normal audience who normally buys their very light neutral palettes, but I'm happy to see them trying different things. And listen, I'm all about rooting for brands to try something new. Okay, I bought this. Like, listen, I have bought so many concealers lately that when this one popped up from VIEVE, I was like, sure, add to cart. VIEVE has launched the new Modern Radiance Concealer and Modern Powder Perfector. So this says it's a natural matte complexion enhancing face powder that adds flawless looking coverage to set and perfect. And yeah, I bought both of these. The Modern Radiance Concealer, I'm very excited about. They do sell refills of the powder, so you don't have to buy the whole compact, which I think is really nice. VIEVE, I've tried quite a few products from, and I really enjoy the things I've tried. So I'm like, you know what? Why not buy the concealer, buy the powder? Maybe it'll make me look like Jamie Genevieve. You never know. I'm excited about this though, and this is now at Cult Beauty as well. So I ordered directly from the VIEVE site, but I did find that it's now at Cult Beauty, so I will link it down below for y'all. I'm excited to test this when it comes in. I hope I will really love it. I'm just really excited and looking forward to trying it. Okay, so Adapt has repackaged their Ninhydrin palette. I absolutely love Adapt. Of course I do. I collabed with them earlier this year and created the best eyeshadow palette ever in the world. Of course I think that, but y'all know I love Adept. I love Adept. I have all of their palettes. They're my favorite, and they've recently been kind of updating their packaging, so I'm excited to see they're bringing back Ninhydrin. It's been out of stock for so long. They put it in the magnetic pans so you can mix and match, move it around. The swatches of this palette look beautiful, both on light skin and deep skin. This is so pretty. You can use code Heather to save at Adept. Again, what else can I say? I mean, I love Adept. I don't want to go on too much about it because y'all know I love Adept, but this is restocking Friday, September 9th at 11 Mountain Time. So, so, so beautiful. Love this palette. Okay, so we talked a while ago, a few weeks ago, about Haus Labs coming out with foundation, but what is new is this powder. So the foundation and powder don't launch until September 8th. We already talked about how the shade range looked super nice. It's gonna be a medium coverage foundation for $45. But this powder is something new that we have not talked about. This is the Bio Blurring Talc-Free Loose Setting Powder for $38. It says it's a skincare infused loose powder to blur imperfections, smooth the skin. Interesting, 5 different shades. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy this. I'm very curious about it. Let me know, would you like to see me try this or should I pass on it? Okay, Beauty Bay, I really like their in-house brand, especially their eyeshadow palettes. I've tried some really, really good ones, but they have launched face palettes. So it looks like we have 2 different face palettes, a light and a deep, with 1 bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter. Part of me was very curious, but I have tried their single blushes and bronzers, and while I thought they were fine, I didn't love them. So I think I'm gonna pass on these face palettes. I may end up ordering one in the future if maybe I'm buying some other things from Beauty Bay. But I would be curious to know if it's the same formula as their singles or if this is maybe an improved formula. I just felt like their singles, the blushes were nice. Like, they were nice. There was nothing wrong with the blushes. The bronzer, you know, you had to build it up a bit. You had to spend a little extra time blending. Like I said, not bad. They just weren't like, oh my gosh, these are my favorite products. You know, it was like, yeah, they're fine, but not amazing. So I didn't pick up these palettes for that reason. The other reason is the light shade. I know that light shade of bronzer is going to be too light for me. It's not going to work for me even if I build it up. And that deep shade of bronzer is going to be way too deep for me even if I have a light hand. So just the blushes and the highlighters, I think I'll pass. Okay, Sierra is launching a skincare line. I don't know much about it. I was trying to find some stuff online, and when I go to the site, it's kind of like shut down, password protected. So I was reading a few articles about it, but this brand is on a mission, OAM, and she's launching tons of vitamin C products. Now listen, I like vitamin C. I use vitamin C every other day in my skincare routine. My skin really likes it, but I don't know that I need this much vitamin C. So everything I'm about to say is vitamin C. Cleanser, brightening pads, serum, eye revitalizer, and moisturizer. I don't know that I need 5 things with vitamin C, but definitely let me know. I mean, listen, she looks flawless. Like, if these products make me look like her, maybe I need them because she's absolutely gorgeous. These will be available on the 15th, so I will link the site down below for y'all. Okay, we have a collaboration between Rosie McMitchell and Beauty Creations. So please let me know if you've ever tried the brand before. If you have a review, let me know your thoughts. I've never tried the brand, but they're coming out with the big collection that looks really, really pretty. So there's a large eyeshadow palette that looks like we have some warm neutral shades, some yellowy orange shades, a mix of shimmers. It looks like we have a whole row down at the bottom with deeper tones. We have plenty of light tones. We have 3 different eyelashes, lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss, a mirror. Definitely let me know if you're into this. You can buy the whole collection, the box and everything for $95. The eyeshadow palette itself is going to be $27. It says you can only get the mirror if you buy the full collection. So definitely looks pretty. Let me know if you've ever tried the brand before. We also have some sneak peeks of Too Faced Holiday. They do this type of pastel cutesy packaging for holiday just about every year, I think. And I feel like this collection that Too Faced does for holiday always kind of gets mixed reviews. This is not something I'm planning to pick up, but I do think these would make really, really cute Christmas gifts. I mean, these are just like begging to be bought and put under the tree. I mean, there's a Secret Santa palette, like super duper cute. Just, I mean, I'm not the target customer for this, and that is completely fine. I'm sure there are tons of people that want this. Just because, remember, please hear me, because I always get people mad at me when I talk about mainstream brands like Too Faced and say, you know, it's boring, I don't want it. I don't think you're boring. I think this collection is boring to me personally. If you want to buy it, that is so wonderful. I'm so happy for all the people that love these collections. That's great. I think these would make beautiful, perfect Christmas gifts. It's just not something for me. Remember, we are judging the makeup. We are not judging each other. And with that, I need to take a break. I need some Coke Zero vanilla. We have a small teaser that KYLIE Cosmetics and Kris Jenner teaming up again. See this green liquid lipstick is what it looks like. It can't be though. If I really zoom in, I think maybe it's a clear gloss and we're just seeing that background. I don't know, but it's interesting they're going to work together again. September 14th is the release date. I'm sure we'll talk about it next week if they show more. Just remember, these videos, if anything gets announced between the time that I film and the time that this video goes up, we can always talk about it next week. Definitely tag me on Instagram. I really always appreciate when y'all do that. This is really interesting to me from KLARITY Cosmetics. This is the Apocalypse palette. I think this is very interesting. It's available now for pre-order. It's $63, which is a bit pricey to me. It says their pre-orders open now. It'll ship around 9/17. It says there's 3 multi-chromes, 2 duochromes, and 5 mattes. So that right there explains the price point. Multi-chromes are expensive, point blank, period. It is what it is. And duochromes. So, okay, now I understand the $63 price point. I should have just read a little bit more. I've never tried KLARITY. I don't think. No. I did buy a palette that had a couple of pressed glitters in it years ago. So maybe I should buy this. Should I try KLARITY? Let me know. I think maybe I will buy this. But here's what I think is really interesting and what kind of caught my eye. First of all, the cardboard box that it comes in, or the cover, so cute. Like very creepy, haunted house type of vibe, cemetery something. I love Halloween. It's so fun to me. Did y'all notice I put my pumpkin, where are they? I put my pumpkins in the background. It's still like 100 degrees here, but I'm putting my pumpkins in the background. So okay. What's really interesting about this palette is in the swatches, it looks like there's some pastel mattes, which you don't typically think of for Halloween, but this is interesting. I may end up buying this because I'm curious and it looks cool. Should I buy it? Do you love KLARITY? Please tell me. Please, please, please. Okay, here's another indie brand. This is Rebel Rouge Labs. I have several of their palettes I've bought. I started with them first. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. They did a Halloween palette, Howling for You, and I really, really liked that one. And I've tried some other palettes since then, but Howling for You has been the best in my opinion. So they put this out. It's As the World Falls Down, a 12-pan palette inspired by the movie Labyrinth. The pre-order is open now. I will link it down below. And it says the pre-order will close on the 18th. So it says, through the dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the Goblin City to take back the child you have stolen. For my will is strong as yours and my kingdom is great. You have no power over me. So I definitely see that Labyrinth inspiration. I think this is an interesting neutral palette. The shades go from very light to very dark with some mid-tone shades in between. When I look at the swatches, overall, this is a very cool toned palette. So I'm curious, should I buy this? Should I pass on it? Let me know your thoughts. This is going to be the longest episode ever. I already know it. We have I Heart Revolution Holiday 2022 sneak peek. If I had like a preteen in my life that loved makeup, I would probably buy this for them as a Christmas gift because I think that's so cute. And I think you have plenty of fun neutral colors. You also have some blues and purples in there that could be really fun. Not something I'm interested in, but I do think it is adorable. Also, we have some sneak peeks for Benefits Holiday. There's lots of sets, lots of different sets with their existing products, so I won't touch too much on that, but I do think it's fun. They're going to have these fun little holiday bundles put together in some holiday packaging. And then it looks like there's a cheek palette with Terra Blush, Hoola Bronzer, and Cookie Highlighter in kind of this candy stripe packaging. Super, super adorable. All I know is that it's coming soon. Not for me. I'm going to pass on it, but there's also a Bobbi Brown and Tokidoki collection. I don't know what that is, but if you know what that is, you can definitely let me know. But this is right now just going to be in Asia, an Asia exclusive. But I don't know, maybe it will come to other places. This is not for me, but I do think that packaging is super cute. It definitely caught my eye. I think the palette looks really cute too. It looks like some mattes and shimmers. Not something I need, but listen, I don't know if this is a show, a storybook character, or what, but yeah, it looks really cute, so I wanted to mention it. Okay, here's another Halloween release from Profusion. Now, I could not find this online. These photos were taken by someone in store, and this is the Enchanted Forest Halloween 2022 collection. Now, I actually went to Walmart earlier this week, and I looked for this, but I could not find it because I was like, oh, I want to see that in person, especially like that dark castle palette. Now, it's big. That's a big palette, but I think Profusion makes some good products, so I kind of wanted to see it in person. I don't know if that's a pressed glitter that's the star in the center. I really think they should not have put a star-shaped pan and just continued on with the other shape. I think the star does kind of cheapen the look of it. That's just my personal opinion. If you like it, I'm not calling you cheap. I'm not saying I don't like you. But I think they should have not done that star pan and just kept on with the other shape that they're doing. I think that would have looked a lot nicer. It looks like there's going to be some duochrome pigments, lashes, stickers, stuff like that. I'm intrigued. That 32 pan eyeshadow palette, though, is only $14. And then it looks like we have some mini palettes. So if I see it in store, I'm definitely going to pick it up, look at it, contemplate buying it. Okay, this was interesting to me as well, and I almost bought this. This is the Guerlain Pure Gold Skin Matte Foundation. Now, I years ago bought the Guerlain Gold Primer and loved it. It's a beautiful primer. In fact, when I saw this foundation, I was like, ooh, I should buy that primer again. But this foundation contains 24 karat gold. It says it smooths the complexion, full coverage, matte finish, 18 shades. Now, I do like that there are light, medium, tan, and deep shades, and it looks like there's an equal number, so I can appreciate that. But when I was on the site, I looked at the Guerlain site and the Selfridges site, and I could not figure out what shade I would be because they describe the shade and they show these swatches, but they don't have it on models. And I do find it very helpful to look at someone wearing the foundation and know the shade. And there weren't any that had any olive undertones, which is fine. A lot of foundations don't, but I just really didn't feel like I could find my shade. And when I used their shade finder and I put in like 3 different other foundation shades that I have, it was like, we don't have a match for that. We don't have a match for that. So I was like, you know what? It's too expensive to buy and get a shade that won't work for me. So I decided to pass, but please, if you bought this foundation, I would love to hear what you think of it. Charlotte Tilbury has a Sleep Cheat double-ended liner for $32. So a peachy nude and a navy eyeliner. I am not buying this. I think this is a cute concept, but it's just really not something I need. So it's a pass for me. There's also new body skincare from Tatcha. Now this is pretty. There's a body wash, body milk. Oh, accidentally. Where did the photo go? There we go. I'm like, where did it go? Now, this is expensive. If you want all 3 products, the last product is a body oil. It's $99. So I'm not going to purchase this right now, but if I had an extra $100, I would definitely buy it. Okay. I got a lot of tags on the Makeup Revolution Game of Thrones because, first of all, I am the mother of dragons. I love Game of Thrones. I love my Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection. I know when it came out, it got trash reviews. People hated it. I absolutely loved it. I was like, some of these shimmers are like on par with indie shimmers. It is amazing. It is so amazing, in fact, that when it went on sale at Nordstrom Rack, I bought a backup. The highlighter palette was amazing. I can't even talk about it. It's so good. So I understand why I got a lot of tags on this, because you're like, Game of Thrones. First of all, I don't like Makeup Revolution that much. I didn't say I hated it. I've really been enjoying the new foundation, and I just bought some new products. But I will say their eyeshadows, they just haven't been the best for me. They've had some good ones, but overall I haven't just been like crazy about them. So we have 2 palettes. Not something I'm super interested in. The lashes, the sponge, the lipsticks, I don't know. It doesn't look super elevated to me. The box looks cool, but everything else I'm just like, eh. It's not online yet. It will be available on the 7th. Let me know if you're like, Heather, you're crazy. This looks amazing. I gotta have it. That's fine. You can definitely tell me that. It looks like you can buy this full set in this box. I think it's gonna be a no for me, you know? Morphe 2 has a collab with MADDIE ZIEGLER. Please forgive me if I say her name wrong and you're a huge fan. I do apologize. This is not for me. Brushes, hair clips, what do we have? Gel liners, freckle pens, and the palette. The palette's only $18. And I think this color story is pretty. So let me just talk about the color story because I really, really think it's pretty. You have some warm browns. You have like a aubergine purpley color. You have like a swamp green and a teal blue. I think the color story is really, really cool, but this isn't something I need. I haven't been wowed by Morphe's collections lately with eyeshadows, so I think I'm gonna pass, but I do think it's really cute, and I can see who this is for. This is not for me, and that's fine. Like we talked about, every launch can't be for Heather. Every launch can't be for you, right? We don't have enough time. We don't have enough space. We don't have enough face for that. There's literally not enough hours in the day. But I can definitely see who they're targeting with this, and I think it's pretty. Okay, I know y'all are so excited. I wanted to save something exciting for the end. This is the DANESSA MYRICKS Lightworks Volume 4 Transcendence Palette. This is $125, launching on the 13th. This is a 14-pan palette made up of glass metallics, velvet aquachromes, and chrome flakes. Very, very beautiful. Just this image looks amazing. I have never tried DANESSA MYRICKS eye products, but this looks really, really pretty. If you're interested in this, I definitely recommend you go to DANESSA MYRICKS page, look at the swatches, look at this on the models. The swatches look so beautiful, and just DANESSA MYRICKS as an artist is so incredibly talented. every time I see her do makeup on somebody, I'm like, oh, I wish she could do my makeup. Like, I just want to look like that because she's so talented with skin, with like literally with everything. And this palette looks so daggum beautiful. I can't even. All right, y'all, those are all the releases we're going to talk about this week. Remember, if something new pops off between now and the time this video goes up, we'll always talk about it next week. But there were so many things, a lot of things I'm really excited about. I'm so excited to see creators collabing with their favorite brands. That always makes me so happy. I always love supporting that. So that was super fun to talk about. A lot of new things coming from the drugstore, a lot of things coming for holiday. I would love to know what you're most excited for, maybe what you're least excited about, what you're saving up for. If you're on a low buy and no buy, anything like that, I definitely encourage you, stay strong, keep shopping your stash. This Sigma Alice in Wonderland collection is launching this week. Again, I did film this eye look. I will have the tutorial up for y'all this week, hopefully before launch. No, definitely before launch. I'm doing it before launch. I also have a fun get ready with me video coming for y'all this week. Yeah, just lots of fun stuff. I'm very excited. I've just been so like inspired and having so much fun with makeup all the time, of course, but even here lately, I'm just like more. Like I'm so enjoying filming. Thank y'all so much again for every watch. Like every time you click on my video, it helps me so much. When you comment, when you give my video a thumbs up, when you share my videos, I really cannot say thank you enough. I really appreciate it. I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful, amazing day. And listen, subscribe because lots of fun videos coming this week. I will see y'all then. Bye.